Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on besides Marvel and DC, so I'm going to call this the best of the rest, which, not trying to diminish these guys at all, but there's a lot of other stuff going on. Dark Horse has a new Hellboy book coming out. They also have another coloring book by Chuck Palahniuk, who did Fight Club. They came out with one a little bit ago called Bait, where basically it's a story, it's a novel or a novella that you can color in the pages. There's another one he's doing called Legacy. That one did really, really well. Lots of Chuck Palahniuk fans out there. IDW has a bunch of kids' books coming out that I love because the kids' books do really, really well. There's a Star Wars Adventures book, there's a DuckTales book, and there's a new Samurai Jack book. Image has some neat stuff coming. There's a Kingsman Red Diamond book. The new Kingsman movie's out. This isn't so much a bridge or tying into it, it's just another story dealing with Eggsy and the Kingsman world. Angelic is an interesting story where humans are gone, they're dead and forgotten, and the only thing left are the genetically modified animals that they created. Gasolina is an interesting one about fighting drug cartels in Mexico. And Scales and Scoundrels is a good one from Image. It's like a Dungeons and Dragon kind of fantasy world, which was a real fun, cute book. Aftershock has an interesting one called Dark Ark. Basically, God told Noah to build the ark because of the flood. Well, Satan also told somebody to build an ark because the flood was coming. And so there's a second ark floating out there in the story of how the two arks deal with one another. A real neat book, I got to read a preview of this, is called Fujitsu. And basically it's a 100-year-old child who's a brilliant genius, but in a child's body, and kind of the adventures that this child goes on, learning, it's teaching itself jujitsu and stuff and fighting bad guys. It was a really, really neat, fun, different book. Boom has a weird one, Lazaretto, which is basically Lord of the Flies on a college campus. And Dynamite is doing John Wick, which is an early John Wick story before the movies. So if you like the movies, you might want to look at this one. Oni has a really interesting one called Made Men, which is basically the pitch is the A-Team meets Frankenstein, where it's these special ops people who are actually dead and recreated. And then Valiant has a couple neat ones coming. We have Bloodshot Salvation #1, where Bloodshot is trying to get his life back together and he's actually trying to start a family, but of course the bad guys don't want him to. And then Ninjak Zero, which is giving you the backstory on the history of Ninjak. So if you've ever been interested, this is a great place to jump on. It's a big 40-page issue. So that's really it as far as the books that are coming out.